What's up, Jefferson Multimedia? We're working on the paraphrasing section of the recipe card. So, how do you change the instructions? Because getting the ingredients down to 7 lines can be easy. The instructions are harder. When you're paraphrasing ways to cook, like how you cook it, watch the instructions. Google search for synonyms of the cooking words to help you paraphrase and say it a different way than the original website where you found it. So synonyms are just words that mean the same thing. So instead of saying, I'm going to saute my onions, can you say fry your onions or brown your onions or heat your onions? If you're going to fry your steak, just say grill the steak. So you're changing the word fry to something else. You could say cook your steak over high heat. Or you could say, roast your steak over an open flame or something weird like that. If you need to toast something, could you say bake it instead, or brown it, or crisp it? Think of where you're going to do it, in the oven, on the stovetop, and just look for words that fit wherever that is. Now here's the tough part. Say you go to a website and they've got like all of these words, and you need to sum all this up in 7 lines of text. How are you going to do that? First, remember, we want just the instructions. Because like half of this paragraph, let's look at it and we'll see what they're talking about. Preheat oil in a heavy-based cast iron skillet over heat until it is very, very hot. Why a cast iron skillet? Because it's made for high heat, fast cooking, so we can get a great caramelized dark brown crust without overcooking the inside. This burger patty cooks in 3 minutes flat. The only instructions where they tell you what to do is the green part. So I summed that up with heat up the oil. Yeah, I know. And if you look at this next part, all they're doing is talking about if you don't have a cast iron skillet, what kind of skillet do you have? Then they want to talk about your cookware. We want this to be quick and simple. 7 lines on how to cook the food and nothing else. So all of this junk, I'd skip this whole paragraph. Get rid of it. We're still looking for instructions on how to cook the food. If they give you choices, place 2 or 4 patties in the skillet, depending on how many fit, and then cook the first side for blah, blah, blah. I want you to pick one. Don't give us options because that takes more lines. Assume you have either 2 patties or 4 patties. So I just said brown 2 patties for 1.5 minutes. Because it's like this section right here, right? Place 2 patties in the skillet and cook the first side for 1.5 minutes. So brown 2 patties, TWO, for 1.5 minutes instead of the 1/2, 1/2 minutes. Write it out. And then they say pressing down lightly with a spatula. So I say press burgers down lightly as they cook. Ta-da! Flip and cheese. Flip the burgers, then immediately top with cheese and cook for another 1.5 minutes. Notice how I cut this into 2 lines, so be shorter. Turn burgers over and add cheese. Cook for 2 minutes, and then guess what? Serve. So you want to sum the instructions down into 7 lines. If you have 3 pages of instructions, remember how I said look for your recipe with few instructions? You might want to go back and pick something you can summarize in 7 lines, because this is all about fitting a few lines of text onto a pretty picture. And that's why we want to keep our text 7 lines or less. And how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it. You can do the same. I believe in you. Let's get to work.